Hello and a very good evening, everyone. We welcome you all to match number 13 of I-League 2 2025-26. Well, Sporting Club Bengaluru and United Sports Club, they are going to lock points today. Both the sides still undefeated. United Sports Club, they are right now in the second position of the points table. Three matches that they have played so far, two wins and a draw, three goals that they have scored and just that one conceded. And at the other end, of course, Sporting Club Bengaluru, two games, two draws. They'll be looking for that ultimate victory, which can slingshot them into the upper half of the points table. It's been quite a journey for both these sides. We'll just take a look at how Sporting Club Bengaluru starts. Under the sticks, they've got Gagandeep and the four-man backline Manoj, Shanit Balan, Chabin Raba, Sheikh Prem. In the three-man midline, Jibin, Samananda, Sharon, and up top, Abhishek Pawar, Devadat S, and Asif OM. And they're playing under the patronage of Milaswamy Govindaraju Ramachandran. Quite a few players from services. And in the bench, they've got Arjun Gora, Sabarin Bush, Robinson Singh, Shreyash Ketkar, Ishan, Gurjit Singh, V. Vignesh, Kartik Tirumalai, Shubham Rana, and Boring Dao Bodo. And at the other end, of course, United Sports Club, another giant on the rise from Kolkata. That's how they line up. Lal Kamal under the supervision of Lal Kamal Bhomik. Ankan Bhattacharjee, their captain, Shushoban Ghosh, Craig Mankan Lian, Sumai Shom, George Com, Joseph Silo, Mohammad Amil Naeem, Lalbim Ruata, Vicky Thapa, Saurabh Samanta, and Amit Turu. Quite a few experienced name has been around for a while in the Indian circuit. And as we say, we kind of resort to the core group of players. That's exactly what United Sports has done. On the bench, Sukhchand Kisku, Prashant Das, Sujal Munda, Kiran Gurung, Amit Chakraborty, Dipesh Murmu, Revin Sundas, Kiran Chetri, Rakesh Karmakar, and Suraj Ali. So it's more or less a mix and match, the perfect blend of youth and experience. And as they say, that CSE arena in Bengaluru, it's a beautiful, beautiful scene altogether, almost picturesque for football to take shape. We can see both the sides lined up on the sides. A few moments from now, they will be taking the yard. It's just a matter of moments before we all see them getting into the act. And we're talking about the experience of a few players. Of course, if you take a look at SC Bengaluru, the players hailing all the way from services who were a part of the services team that recently won the Santosh Trophy. Abhishek Pawar, the man who scored the goal in the all important final, their primary goal machine, one can say. Asif OM, he hails from Kerala. He was also a part of the final. And then Samananda Singh coming from services, Shabin Raba coming from services, and their coach as well, taking care of the services side. And at the other end, for United Sports, it's about keeping an entire core of players intact. The likes of Lalrem Roata, the likes of Sumay Shom, Mohammad Amil Naeem. Of course, their defensive duo of Ankan Bhattacharjee, their captain, and Shushoban Ghosh has been around for a while. Of course, they'll be missing out on the likes of Sahil Harijan, who's been in incredible form in the last season, but now he's no longer with the club. But then, with that being said, what's gone is gone. It's all about what comes next. It's all about keeping an eye out on the future, for this is where the anvil of fate will be hammered into something incredible, into something brilliant, into the dawn of tomorrow. Well, the ticker ticks on, and the wait gets on and on and on. The CSE Arena all set to host two incredible teams. Two teams hunting for that all important next win. If United Sports win, then there'll be three wins from four games and a draw. And just on cue, the teams march out to the center. A clash of extreme proportions. A clash that will see a team like SC Bengaluru, who's gone through a roller coaster ride in the last 2 years, were the champions of the 2023-24 I-League 2, got a promotion to I-League, the premier division of I-League, that's now being re-questioned as Star Cement IFL. Unfortunately, couldn't sustain themselves, finished in the bottom two. and were relegated back to I League 2. And once again, they have the chance to prove themselves. They have the chance to show why they were so good a couple of years ago. At the other end, United Sports Club have been a part of I League 2 now for a while. They will definitely try and break free from these clutches and eventually make the cut for the top tier of Star Cement IFL. With that being said, the pre-match rituals, handshakes and a few smiles, just the calm before the storm, you can say. Our referee for the day, Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh. The two assistant referees, Mohammad Mutayab Ansari and Pradeep A. And our fourth official, Akash Kumar Kamlesh Kumar Mehta. The two captains, they'll march out to the center, spearheading services. It's Manoj Kannan, another seasoned campaigner, and spearheading United Sports. One of their very own, one of their stalwarts in recent times, Ankan Bhattacharjee, a sentinel with the eye of a hawk, as predatory as it gets, as strong as it gets, as resolute as it gets. The two captains out in the center with a few quick words, a few quick smiles. And once again, the quick confirmation of the match officials, Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh, the referee, Mohammad Mutayab Ansari and Pradeep A, the assistant referees, and Akash Kumar Kamlesh Kumar Mehta, the fourth official for the day. Our match commissioner, Velukuti Nair Ratish Kumar, he'll have his task cut out because this is going to be a high-octane clash. Once again, the words being said ahead of the game, the two teams taking their positions. United Sports possibly will have to change the sides because of the toss. But this is where eventually the calm still resides. Few more seconds from now, few more jiffies from here, and it's going to be absolute madness, absolute craze out here in what is a pleasant evening so far in Bengaluru. Both the sides have got the necessary firepower to trouble each other, to probe each other. And that's exactly what they'll try and build upon. And at the other end, of course, goes without saying, like the way United Sports, few quick words being said. This is where it all boils down to the pre-match hurdle. There's no coming back from here. From here on, it's about adapting to situations. It's about doing what they do best. Hang in there, fight with every possible atom in their body. And at the other end, of course, SC Bengaluru, desperate, famished for that all-elusive, all-important opening victory of I-League 2 2025-26. Is it coming after 90 minutes? Or will they have to wait more? Time shall reveal it all. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is match 14 of I-League 2 2025-26. The hosts, Bengaluru, SC Bengaluru, they welcome United Sports all the way from the City of Joy as they arrive in the pleasant conditions. An early bit of warning from SC Bengaluru, straight away pummeling the ball into the opposition box. And someone as experienced as Saurav Samanta, he'll take it on any given day. No real challenge for that. Now SC Bengaluru trying to knock it up early on. Abhishek Pawar dropping a bit to that central role. Plays it towards the far right. An early deflection leading to a corner for the hosts. That's just the kind of start that they were expecting. Gives them the much needed momentum. Gives them the all-important leeway to try and inflict a bit of pressure going into the game. Especially when you're up against a side that's registered 2 wins out of the 3 games that they have played. It's their captain, Manoj Kannan, to deliver the corner. Manoj launches that slightly flatter. Wanted a bit more elevation on the ball that could have eventually troubled the United Sports defenders there. Got a few very well-built defenders, the likes of Ankan Bhattacharjee, Shushoban Ghosh, of course Amit Tudu as well, another seasoned name in the Bengal football circuit. Another one of those opportunities, trying to use that right wing, trying to just lob it in to that traffic there, hoping that one of his teammates would be around to capitalize upon that and eventually turn it goal bound, but that's not going to happen. You need to break down the defense of United Sports that's just conceded one goal in 3 matches. You will have to do a lot more than that. Manoj Kanan trying to take it on the turn itself. Lal Kamal Bhomik, the coach of United Sports, he himself was a part of significantly illustrious clubs in his playing days. They've been a part of Mohun Bagan. That's when he kissed his glory there, basically being at the top of his game. And at the other end, of course, Milaswamy Govindaraju Ramachandran. Lal Kamal Bhomik was known as the midfield general himself and troubled a lot of defenders with with those long ranges, basically. But as a coach as well, he's done well for United Sports, taken over the reins from Steve Herberts, and his residence at the club, his chemistry with the youngsters of the side has so far reaped handsome dividends. We saw that in the Calcutta Football League as well. We saw that in IFS Shield as well. Just tells you that, when you start being around for a while, when you start grooming a core group of players, a lot of things change. That's a wonderful ball forward. Slightly acute maybe. Does well Abhishek Pawar to win the ball. A little flick. Wonderful bit of cut in. Going for the shot on the turn. Sharon Stellis lost his balance there. And that is possibly why he couldn't inject the kind of power that he wanted to deliver into the ball there. A wonderful bit of layoff for Sharon. And Sharon, that first touch was brilliant. But that second touch, once again, looked like the ball got slightly stuck. That's one of the major problems of an artificial turf at times. Not just that, one of them, of course, it kind of becomes very taxing for the players as well. So eventually, after the 65th minute, you'll see players starting to cramp their hamstrings and a few more stoppages. That's because of the dry nature. Goes aerial, knocks it forward. Saurav Samanta in trouble. And the referee has blown the whistle. And he's pointed to the spot, is he? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Initially looked like the referee was in a couple of minds there. Saurav Samanta out of his line. Had to save that citadel of his. Slightly slower on that outing. Could have been trouble. But then United Sports still thank their stars. That's going to be a free kick. Onkon watchful on that occasion there. Once again, we'll try and show you what really happened. That little shimmer of run there that we saw from SC Bengaluru could have been the source of all possible worries that might have flooded the shores of United Sports early on in the game. But things are hunky-dory for both the sides. Again, trying to be cheeky there. George Combe chesting it down, but that chesting bit, it went a bit too wrong there. Put in too much power behind the ball, went all the way to the goalkeeper. And easy pickings for Gagandeep Singh. An excellent shot stopper. Terrific reflexes altogether that this man brings into the mix. That's one of the reasons why SC Bengaluru would want him to stand tall and protect the citadel at all costs. Conceded 3 goals first game. SC Bengaluru drew 3-3 with GMSC, and then had a 0-0 draw in the Bengaluru derby against FC Bengaluru United. Another corner. That's the second corner in just 6 minutes. Kind of tells you that United Sports, they'll have some work to do, while SC Bengaluru, they keep on climbing the ladders, trying to inflict some serious damage. An early goal that might just act as the impetus that they would be looking forward to. Manoj Kannan all set to whip that in. This time imparts a bit more elevation than the last one, but takes it a bit too far away from his teammates as well. That's a decent bit of work out there in the box. And the minus met with a lot of hostility by United Sports, not giving any space whatsoever. And that's decently done. They were not willing to allow United Sports to go on that run there from the left. So had to come and intercede that one. And they did so successfully. Good positive starts from both the sides basically. United Sports still not out into the wilderness, hoping to find a bit of attacking momentum going in their favor. At the other end, SC Bengaluru twice now it came knocking on the doors. Might need a bit more precision, a bit more incision to try and break down the resistance of the Purple Brigade. Another ball attempted to be hammered forward, but then a decent bit of defensive intervention altogether. Few complaints, possibly just trying to tell the referee that was it exactly by the book there, Craig. The referee explaining things and asking him to get the ball rolling at the earliest possible. A few quick touches. That's a wonderful ball. A lot of space for Amil Naeem. Amil's already got a goal. Drags it back and the connection. That's gone downtown. That is not the best of shots that you will see today. What a wonderful delivery from the right. A lovely little work out there. Could have been better. Could have taken a touch to control it and eventually try and veer it into the frame of the goal at least. But not to be the first touch itself. Took the ball away from him, and now SC Bengaluru once again on the run. Jibin looking for options. Has got his captain Manoj. Manoj chips it into the box there. Sort of Samanta out of his line, but eventually realizes that going for that ball, stretching out his body, won't be the best of decisions. Ensured the fact that he was close enough, he was in close proximity to the ball in order to avert what could have been a possible catastrophe. And now with the catastrophe averted, he can get the ball downtown. This is good pressure so far from SC Bengaluru. Time and time again coming up with the long balls. 1 versus 2 there. Needed a bit more support. Kind of released the ball a bit too early there, allowing United Sports to win it back. And now a cheap concession. Mohammad Amil Naeem, serenaded by almost 5 defenders, will have to hold on to his own. And the referee's eventually blown the whistle, awarding a goal kick in favor of SC Bengaluru. Mohammad Amil Naeem didn't really look like he was in utter control of the ball. Definitely had the space ahead of him. Unfortunately, trying to get past his marker with 2 more defenders ahead of him, that ball was always going away. Both the sides resorting to quite a few long balls. SC Bengaluru, they have put in a bit more precision on the ball than what United Sports have done so far. Ankad pummeling it forward, and that has been traded away for a throw-in. Lalkamal Bhomik possibly urging his players, just hold on. There's no need to rush straight up. Try and gauge what your opposition is doing, and maybe from there on, you can focus on what is the next step that you can take. A bit of an injury concern. Should be all right. Should be okay. Just that little help which he needs at times. Football being a body contact sport, the kind of impacts that you have can lead to some serious challenge. George Com having a quick chat with Lal Kamal Bhomik, and Lal Kamal just trying to explain what his role is, playing just ahead of the defensive shield of Craig and Vicky Thapa. Now, the thing with Vicky and George is both of them, especially Vicky Thapa, he can transition into the role of an attacking mid as well. The throw quickly taken, but Ongkon will have to redo that one. Now decides to push it back. Shushoban. Shushoban sends it at the far side. A bit of a forced header that had to be done, and eventually that header was done to perfection. The ball switching flanks, the ball switching ends, goes from the box of SC Bengaluru to that of United Sports. And the massive sigh of reprieve for Gagandeep Singh and company. This is how quickly SC Bengaluru can change the course of the game. And they will like to do that over and over again, especially with the kind of forwards that they have, the likes of Devdutt. Abhishek Pawar can keep on rotating from the left to the right. Asif Oem, an excellent predator. You feed him the ball in the box, give him just outside it, he'll turn it into an absolute nightmare for the defense, for the opposition defense. That's a neat passing there from United Sports. Not too phased right now. Decent bit of work. Jibin Devasi trying to apply a bit of pressure, hoping to snatch the ball. But good coordination football so far from United Sports. Decent chemistry. And wonderful brand of touch football. Nicely done by Ankan. Showing that maturity, showing that calm, trying to switch it to the left. That pass could have been better. But nicely done by Lalim Ruata. Ruata finds an option. Craig has Vicky around. Vicky switching it all the way back to Ankan again. Ankan does well. Decent bit of work. Wonderful dribbling as well. Almost going up against 2 to 3 defenders at the same time. Never really going to be easy. The defense of United Sports, that still remains a formidable department of theirs. Slightly hasty on that occasion. Confusion, chaos in the box of SC Bengaluru, and they eventually get hold of it. For a moment, it felt like United Sports had them caught in a bit of a vice. And now that will be a goal kick. Now this is where they'll have to be very, very careful and wary about United Sports. They can quickly come in and they can knock on the doors and you won't even know. They're very subtle about it, but when they'll be there in the box, in the opposition box, calling the shots, you might just face a lot of challenges here. Good bit of run from the right. Wonderful cross in the box there. And a bit of spillage as well for Gagandeep. Unfortunately, United Sports failing to capitalize. This is the kind of intensity that the Purple Brigade brings with them. But quickly at the other end, it's another counter. Devdutt trying to take a shot, gets blocked. Now 1 versus 2. The duel goes on, still standing tall on the ball, and has been flipped just outside the box. A free kick from a very good position for SC Bengaluru. Just that additional bit of opening that they possibly would have wanted. To try and show you, that was an excellent bit of work from the left. And more importantly, good link-up football. One tagging along with the other. And the quality was for everyone to see. 2 players out in the center. One of them, of course, their captain Manoj. Doesn't really look like he's going to be the one to take that. Has got his back turned towards the wall. 2-man wall in front of the shot takers. Manoj, not the cleanest of touches. And by the time he could set it back, went a bit too far away. Possession staying alive. With SC Bengaluru. Go in for a solo drive only to lose possession, and now United, this might be one of the chances. Wonderful ball on the left there, brilliant clearance, the entire goalscaping, and that is another excellent headed interception. That's the kind of commitment that you would want, that's the kind of understanding that you would want. Top quality defense there. The entire goal was left open by an advancing Gagandeep Singh. But once again, SC Bengaluru, that back line of theirs, coming alive, coming active. We'll take a look again. Well, that was a chance. That was the first chance, basically, that United had. A wonderful run from the right, Mohammad Amil Naeem laying it off. And then just a few moments ago, Gagandeep had to come out of his line, and not just out of his line, had to come a million miles out of his line. There was another one of those attacks by Shumai Shom, knocking it forward, and George Com was nearby. And then George Com quickly, with that little hand of friendship, little hand of camaraderie to Gagandeep. There was a second chance that United had. And just a few moments ago, Gagandeep almost left his entire citadel gaping. The doors were blown apart, only for a late resurgence by SC Bengaluru, coming up with that crucial headed clearance. Nicely done, wonderfully done. Both the sides still looking for that opening goal. Both the sides have had their fair shares of chances. United Sports with a couple of those incredible runs from the right, and Sporting Club Bengaluru not really able to find the early concrete rhythm that they wanted. They've also come forward knocking on the doors, but doesn't really get the kind of momentum that they have been so desperate for, the consistency that they are looking forward to against the visitors. Samananda Singh. And all the way back to Gagandeep now, trying to deploy a slightly higher line of defense. And this is where the trick begins. When your opposition starts playing that high line of defense, from the United's perspective, if you can just get a ball behind the lines and time that run to perfection, you never know. Wonderful ball in the box, a lovely run from Manoj Kannan as well. Almost trying to converge on that one from the left. But that ball went a bit too far away from Manoj. But that's the kind of intent and intensity that SC Bengaluru will try and keep alive. Those little flashes of brilliance, those little embers of incredible movement in front of the goal can create that pressure that they are hoping to create upon United Sports. Another one of those long balls, and definitely a desperate attempt by Abhishek Pawar to try and control that one. Abhishek Pawar, again, one of those clinical goal scorers, scored the all-important Santosh Trophy winning goal for Services in the 115th minute. What a phenomenal strike that was. So, one of those players whom you can never really keep away from the game. But today, he's kind of playing off his position. Ideally loves to play as the centre forward. Today has been switched to the left, operating more as a winger. And that's a good bit of ball control. Incredible first touch, but again, that little forward push. The idea was to try and find George Com or Sumai Shom. Unfortunately, put it all the way back to that opposition. And another one of those knocks forward, easily taken care of, back for United Sports. In a decent game of football where both the sides have kind of banked upon the attack and the counter-attack route of football. At one moment, now here's a chance for SC Bengaluru to try and hit United Sports on a counter. That definitely was a tuck from the back, straight in front of the assistant referee, and he's made no hesitation whatsoever in raising the flag of free kick in favor of SC Bengaluru. The set pieces, they have kind of planted the seeds of pandemonium. But this time they decide to take it short. They decide to switch flanks. Samananda. Finds Jibin Devasi. Jibin trying to hammer it with a lovely diagonal ball there, but it took it a bit too far away from the rushing player. Decent idea, but the execution needs to be better. United Sports will be happy with how things have gone so far. Away from home, of course, they'll try and secure a point in the first place, and then if they are dominant enough, if they are rampant enough, might just go for the full 3 points. But the first objective will be to try and protect their own goal at all costs. Got players who can forge an almost impenetrable unit. We've seen that before. And they'll try and they'll hope to see a replication of the same. Sharon had a wonderful chance at the start of the game. Just couldn't make the most of it. Passing out in the center has been a bit too agricultural so far now for both the sides. Another wonderful flick into the box and lovely layoff as well. Got on the wrong foot possibly. Had he got there on the right foot, could have eventually pulled the trigger and at least sent the ball goal bound. It's just that little rush of blood to his head. Got a bit too excited, but then realized that he was a bit too early into the shot. And also the ball fell at his wrong foot. And now this might be one of those chances again for Sporting Club Bengaluru. Good work. Lovely ball in the box. Abhishek Pawar trying desperately to win it. Back with Abhishek Pawar. Here comes the cross and an opportunity. And the header dragged wide. Saurabh Samanta will be breathing a sigh of reprieve. For a moment it felt like the entire United Sports rearguard has come to a standstill. And Saurabh Samanta, not the best of goal kicks that you'll see today. Out of the park. Again, Saurabh Samanta has been tested quite a few times. And truth be told, the kind of movement that he's shown, it's a bit too cumbersome to be honest. You'd expect slightly better, slightly smooth transitions. But as things stand, he's looking a bit too shaky. And he'd like to change that part. Because again, as the last guard of the Citadel, it's your responsibility to maintain things and to give the kind of hope that you want to offer to your defenders, to your backline. SC Bengaluru, they do well with the ball passing big for now. And United Sports almost snatching it away. Both the sides kind of brilliant in patches. And now the ball put away because some medical attention is needed inside the park. And as things stand in the first 25 minutes, well, looks like Jibin Devasi. He'll need some treatment. If we take a look at both the teams, Sporting Club Bengaluru, they had quite a few chances. Just a few moments ago, a lovely bit of work from the left, trying to tee it off and almost got the ball where it should have been. Lal Kamal Bhomik, he knows that he's working with extremely young players. One in your frame right now, Lalrim Ruata, has been a part of this side now for the last 1 year. Was a part of the CFL side as well, was a part of the IFA Shield side as well. And one of those players who's very wily, who's very unpredictable. The kind of runs that you would see from him, the kind of movement throughout, that kind of changes a lot of things. And that's why he's an absolute menace. He's someone whom you really cannot control. But then at the same time, another of his problems has been that lack of consistency. Sort of Samantha, however. He's been in Bengal, he's been a part of the Bengal footballing echelons now for significant bit of time, hoping to make his presence felt. A very experienced, a very seasoned campaigner. But so far, it's been that movement in the box there, in the 6 yard box, while trying to collect the ball, even when the ball has come flashing at him, the crosses being floated from the left and right. That's been quite a bane for him so far. And that's something that Lal Kamal will not want to see again and again. Gagandeep, comfortable enough. Was probed twice and has kind of withstood the pressure despite committing an error in one of the collections where he spilt the ball out. Unfortunately, United Sports just couldn't make the most of it. Manoj with a lovely little touch out there just outside the box, but then United Sports, their defense was not taking any prisoner. Mbiki Thapa, another one of those believers in no-nonsense defending, can drop deep if needed, playing as a defensive mid here. And time again, will connect with the likes of Shushovan and Amit Tudu to consolidate that defensive core of United Sports. Long throw for Sporting Club Bengaluru. Launches that awkward bounce in the box. Ball's fallen back for SC Bengaluru. And they break the deadlock. Once again, chaos in the box. And the goal has been plundered. The entire defense almost ball watching on that occasion. And that's where things can go terribly wrong, and it's gone wrong as well. The yellow card has come out. We'll have to figure out who was the goal scorer and who was the one who went into the referee's book and why so. A little touch out there. The ball kept on wobbling and it went through a phalanx of defenders. It felt like they were mere shadows standing out there. Almost two defenders unable to stop the ball. And it found its way to a SC Bengaluru player who made no mistake, got hold of the ball, and all he had to do was just poke it into the near post. That's what he's done. United Sports now will have some catching up to do. And as they say, set piece. There are things from which so many things can go wrong. Another one from the wings again. The entire United Sports that has been, the backline especially, has been kind of clumsy so far, has been kind of cumbersome in terms of collaborated movement. And once again, that was seen. The ball that should have been cleared at least a mile ago somehow crossed everyone, somehow found its way to a Bengaluru player, and he made no mistake in getting hold of that one and slamming that in the near post. A sigh of reprieve, and more importantly, a little edge now for Milaswamy Govindaraju Ramachandran to work for. And United Sports, this is where they'll have to calm things down. Goes without saying, things might be frustrating for a while, especially when you concede after being so compact, only because the movement of your side, the movement of your backline goes wrong. It starts making you think. Half an hour of football done and dusted. Can the Purple Brigade hit them back? And this time a bit too overwhelming of a challenge out there. Joseph Silo getting the free kick for his side. Sticking with the ball as much as possible, but they'll have to push it forward. That's the major task that they'll have to try and get it done, and they'll have to get it done rightly. It's not about just playing those lateral balls. It's about getting that progressive maneuver in place. And that was poor, to be honest, from George Com when Ankan sent him the ball. He just couldn't control it at all. Pushed it back to Ankan, and Ankan was marked already. So quite obviously that ball was going away from him. Good collection from Gagandeep. He'll take a few seconds now. But again, at the end of the day, 8 seconds is what he has before he rolls the ball out into the wilderness. That's a new rule of FIFA. If the ball's alive and it's with you as a goalkeeper, you will have 8 seconds to knock it forward or you concede a corner. Pushed away, back to Ankan. There has been a bit of a disconnect between Ankan, Shushobhan and Amit Tudu. And that's leading to challenges. One of them might be this very one. Wonderful ball towards the right. Can he just get the ball into that box there? Lovely ball control. Going for the shot and blocked away. Well, the two wings now, the right and left, both for SC Bengaluru, has been the genesis of all possible troubles for United Sports here. And here's an opportunity for them to try and open things up. But too late of a reaction from George Com. Felt like he was shell-shocked, and by the time he could garner his senses back, the ball's gone miles away from him. Oh, that's brilliantly done. Keeps the ball in play, waits for his teammate. SC Bengaluru, after the goal, they have been a lot more active. They're looking deadly, they're looking dangerous, and they are willing to put in that extra bit of shift altogether. Another gentle flick forward, trying to control it. Takes it a bit too far away. And here they come once again, knocking on the doors. Lovely bit of work, hammering it forward. Can United Sports eventually reach the ball in time? SC Bengaluru, they do well and they do brilliantly. Not just mat clearance, but clinical ball control. That's what SC Bengaluru were focused on. And they were successful in staving away what was a very good, a very potent United Sports attack. United Sports, ever since they've conceded the goal, at least they look like they are kind of a bit more restless to try and put things back in place, try and put things back in order. Good ball control now from SC Bengaluru. United Sports, despite all the diligence, they're losing the ball a bit too easily right now, and too many turnovers just ahead of that center line. And that's a wonderful bit of dummy run altogether, but decent bit of blockage as well from Craig. The defensive reinforcements for United Sports, they continue to hold on to that shape of theirs. Definitely will be looking for a bit of redressal, to be honest. Again, a phenomenal ball, trying to keep that in play with that extended header. Was a bit too risky on that. But then again, fearless, absolutely fearless from SC Bengaluru. They are willing to put their bodies on the line if needed, and United Sports now, they have been pegged back in their own half for a while, at least for the last 3 to 4 minutes, trying to emancipate themselves. Again, the CSE arena, not one of the biggest of grounds that you will see. So you will have to also play accordingly. Wonderful bit of work. Can they keep that under control? No, not to be. The assistant referee has already spotted that and has made it very clear that ball has gone out and gone out quite some time ago. Throw in for SC Bengaluru. Quality passing. Good high press now from United Sports. Always good to watch. And now they might have some space coming in from the right, trying to lay it off. Crucial intervention again. Getting the ball out of harm's way. It could have been a real trouble altogether. United Sports, they are now starting to look like a unit that can threaten the defensive solidity of the men in yellow. More of these attacks need to keep on coming. Ankan with that ball forward, a little backheader as well. Gagandeep coming out of his line and fisting it away at the expense of a throw in. United Sports, they'll want to take that as quickly as possible. And they do so. Another gentle ball in the box and it takes it away from them. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. We can see Kiran Gurung warming up on the sidelines. SC Bengaluru, they've realized one thing, that United Sports, they get hold of the ball and they keep come knocking on the doors. It won't be a very pleasant feeling altogether. So they'll try and change things as much as possible. They'll try and shake things up and keep the ball as far away from their own half as possible. You don't want to invite trouble. It's as simple as that. So keep the Purple Army out of your own half, away from your own box. Ankan, another lovely ball in the box, slightly heavy first touch there. The idea was right, trying to chest it down. It just went all unhinged into that little chest wrapping. Sumay Shom, an excellent shooter of the ball. And a very agile athlete as well. Moves around very quickly in the box, very wily contender. But again, in order for him to create that impact, you'll have to give him that ball, you'll have to give him that service. Lovely bit of run there from the left, trying to keep the ball under control. Does well to nutmeg his counterpart, only to lose possession. United Sports kind of desperate to try and win it out on the far left. Not to be. Back with United Sports, throw in taken quickly again. Ankan losing his footing for a while. Eventually wins it back, pushing it all the way back to Saurabh Samanta. That was more of an emergency clearance. Almost realized that he had a player coming close by. Saurabh now 1 versus 2. SC Bengaluru, every chance that they get to try and compound the numbers forward, they will take that. That's a lovely opportunity. Wonderful shot on the turn as well by Devdutt. Again, not really easy, especially if you are on the move, on the run itself. We'll take a look what really happened. Just take a look. Every time there's an aerial ball that comes in the United defense, the entire defense goes for a toss. It feels like they've hardly had any clue whatsoever how to control the ball. The awkward bounce as well at times proves to be a problem. And SC Bengaluru, cool, calm, composed. They hang in there, wait for the ball, and once it arrives, once again, snatched away. They have an opening. They go for that far right. Takes the shot, number 2. The insurance goal that they were looking forward to. And Devdutt hammers it home in significant fashion. No chance whatsoever for Saurabh Samanta. Well, not Devdutt. It looked like it was Asif. Will confirm the goal scorer. But now it's an uphill task for United Sports. They lost the ball again at a very crucial juncture. Took the ball, kept on running, went for that little outside movement, and bam, rifled into the bottom corner. That's how deadly Devdutt can be. Yeah, it is Devdutt, the confirmation. What a wonderful finish. Lovely couple of touches. And a brilliant bit of placement as well. United Sports Club now all over the place. How do they respond? How do they react? Another fine cross in the box. A bit of an awkward wobble. United Sports, this has been the recurrent motive for them. "41 minutes in the opening half, almost about to be 42 now. Can Sporting Club Bengaluru find a way through in getting a third goal in this half and put this game beyond the grasp of the visitors? Or will United Sports, they show what they are made of? They had a very good start to the tournament. They'll have to fight now from here on to keep that momentum intact. Namal Naeem dispossessed way too easily. Well, the Golden Tigers, 2 goals to good for now. Oh, that's brilliantly done. Amil Naeem, hands on his head. The ball breaches his gates as if he had no clue where it was. For a moment, Amil felt like he can control the ball. Never really looked like he could. Once again, a bit of a hold up because of a player being down. And it is Gagandeep who's struggling for now. Can very well be because of that early knock he had. Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh possibly having a quick chat with his assistant referees. It's fairly warm in Bengaluru. Sunny evening. Ideal, they say, for playing football at all times. Definitely ideal for the hosts, SC Bengaluru, the Golden Tigers. 2-0 ahead. They are already roaring and growling at their peak. And at the other end, the Purple Brigade, of course, will need some momentum now. Something that goes in their favor. At times, maybe a goal against the tide of the play. That's how football works. Football can be a great leveler at times. After all the hard work and wonderful bit of ball control that we have shown, just that one goal can be deadly. Devdutt again on the ball. Devdutt through the center. Devdutt goes on. Devdutt with a very emasculated hit at the end of the day. Looks like there was a deflection, was there? Yes, there was. Once again, sensational altogether. It's going to be another corner. More troubles for United Sports. They're losing the ball so easily right now in that own half of theirs. And from there, not one but 3 players. Devdutt down the middle, Asif from the right, Abhishek Pawar on the left. They're combining so well. 4 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. And Manoj, he will be hoping. Can Bengaluru put an end, SC Bengaluru put an end to this game already with a third goal here? Hammers that towards the far side. Had a venomous curl on the ball. And they will let it slide. Looks like there was a bit of touch from a United Sports player, leading to corner from the other end now. More challenges, more complications for Saurav Samanta. It's not going to be easy for Lal Kamal Bhaumik and his contingent. They want to come forward. They'll have to come forward with more intent. But for now, they'll have to keep that underbelly of theirs protected. Good little drag back as well. And way too much power onto the shot. Kind of got a bit too overexcited there. Eventually decided to go for the shot and ballooned it out of the park altogether. United Sports. They come up with one of those crossfield ball, a little duel out there. Mohammad Amil Naeem, he does well to control the ball. Can he eventually get the minus in play? He does. But again, too many defenders along the way. Too easy for SC Bengaluru to take care of that. And now the ball found its way somehow all the way back to Sumay Shom. And Sumay Shom not able to control that as it rolled all the way back to Gagandeep. The Golden Tigers, they keep on coming forward. Lovely little drive all the way from the back. That's an alarming sign for United Sports. It was a ball carry of the highest order. But where were the defensive shields of United Sports? Felt like they were being toyed around and toyed around so easily. That defensive theirs need to work out to come together in the first place. This has been a problem. Another one of those areas from where that long throw, that awkward bounce can again be a mystery. Repelled away. Not for long. Possession. Back for SC Bengaluru again. Another cross in the box. And a header. Somehow just managed by United Sports. Possession. Still staying with the Golden Tigers. And now they have been tripped along the way. Can they move forward? That's a quick clearance there. More of a panic clearance as well from Ankan. Had not, didn't really have the space to try and control the ball. The SC Bengaluru player was almost upon him. Lal Kamal Bhaumik, he definitely won't be a happy man. He knows he's got work to do. His team's got work to do. And he also knows one thing, that 2-0 can be a very dangerous goal line to have. Can be a very dangerous goal line to have. For multiple reasons, because if a team manages to score a goal, especially at this juncture, that deficit will be halved in the first place, and also it starts creating that mental pressure that can you eventually cling on to the lead, and it leaves you in another dilemma, is whether you try and push for the third goal from there or whether you defend of what you have on the board or just see it crack apart. 4 minutes of additional time almost about to end. It's a matter of moments before Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh. Well, there you go, Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh with the whistle. And the first half, it's been dominated by the Golden Tigers. Samananda Singh was the man who scored the opening goal. And Devadatt S scored the insurance goal as well. For Sporting Club Bengaluru, this is exactly the kind of half that they wanted against the Kolkata Giants. And at the other end, for United Sports Club, they'll have to look back at the board, think about what's gone wrong for them, think about how they can rally their defense back, rally those troops back, and eventually come forward once again, setting things right. Half-time scoreline, Sporting Club Bengaluru 2, United Sports Club 0. We'll take a short breather and be back with the second half of the contest. Stay tuned, everyone. Hello and a warm welcome once again, everyone, to the second half of the contest. Quite a few changes we just witnessed at the halfway mark, and we'll confirm all of them. We saw a few warm ups in the first half itself, and we are underway for the second half here at the CSC Arena in Bengaluru. Once again, this is United Sports versus SC Bengaluru, and SC Bengaluru 2 goals to good. Goals from Samananda and Devada has propelled them into the driver's seat. And in order to change and shake things up, United Sports making 3 changes. Dipesh Murmu coming in place of Remruwata, Prasanta Das coming in place of George Com, and Kiran Gurung coming in place of Craig. And at the other end, there's also been a change for Sporting Club Bengaluru. They have got Shreyash Ketkar making his way to the center. Well, the first half, it of course was dominated by the hosts. The Purple Brigade, they'll need some catching up to do. They'll have to understand where are they exactly going wrong, and that is possibly why the likes of Dipesh Murmu has come on. Dipesh, a very experienced campaigner, operating from the left. Slightly overpowered that one, taking it miles away. Goes away for a throw-in. 46 minutes. You still have the entire second half at your behest. So if you are in the boots of United Sports for now, you have to think about getting the basics right. Not overdo things, not try and overcompensate. What's happened has happened. Let bygones be bygones. Think about what's coming next. Think about what are the basic changes that can be brought in. Dipesh coming on in the second half will have some key role to play as well. Brings in a lot of experience, and more importantly, brings in those excellent runs from the wings, always active, and has got chalk on his boots as well. So if he wants to stretch out the defense of SC Bengaluru, he's got that ability. And also can take a lot of workload, almost feels like he's playing with an oxygen cylinder on his back. That's how good he is. Lal Kamal Bhomik realizing that here on United Sports, they need experience in the side. And that is also why Prashanta has come on. Prashanta, an excellent deliverer of set pieces, can come up with those incredible free kicks and corners, and also has that very burly presence. Really makes life quite a difficulty for the defense. But for all of that to happen, for all of that to take shape, United, they need to first come together as a unit. It's as simple as that. Because SC Bengaluru, they are a side that usually doesn't go down that easy. Prem trying to knock it forward. And also United. That is lovely bit of work there by Chabin Raba. Once again, experience doing the talking out there. That little turn out there was so good, so slick, that the United marker had no real option to that. But eventually, the forward ball wasn't penetrative enough. And here comes United now. Trying to make that early move from the left, Joseph Silo. not getting that space that he wanted. This is where Ankan had some space ahead of him, decided to come up with a lateral ball. It's more like bogging down the own aggressive intent that you would like to see. Maybe just try and knock it forward. Try and figure out if SC Bengaluru has got the defensive personnel to try and stall those attacks. You got to be adventurous here. Prasanta sets it up for Dipesh Murmu. Dipesh does well to knock it forward. Wonderful ball out there. And Gagandeep, brilliant collection again, charging out of his line. Joseph Silo, that was a wonderful run altogether. Could have steered the ball slightly farther away from Gagandeep because it got a bit too easy for Gagandeep, especially considering the fact that he was covering the near post. So all he had to do was just curtle down the angle, and he's done that wonderfully. No real threat whatsoever. A lovely bit of work out there. And from the right, once again, the threat. Prem now out on a foray. Wonderful ball in the box. The attempt to try and chest it down under control kind of goes wrong. Throw in for SC Bengaluru. Quickly taken. Trying to turn around. Eventually denied any space whatsoever. Throw in for United. And again, that clearance that screams mediocrity. Not just mediocrity, but staggering mediocrity. Referee says, get back up. Let's keep the wheels in motion. It was a very tender push altogether. They almost jammed into the opposition defense. Nice bit of work out there. But that's brilliantly done. Trying to knock it forward, chesting it down. Just doesn't go their way. Dipesh trying to cut in sharply enough. Again, had space, should have gone forward. Trying a bit too early to release the ball. Things aren't really looking very promising so far. It's all over the place for United Sports. They have been a bit more active in the second half. That's the only silver lining. Oh, that's a wonderful ball for Dipesh. He'll have to accelerate, but that's a thumping clearance as well. Tremendous track back there from the SCB defender. Just the kind of urgency that you want to see if you are a fan of the Golden Tigers for now. Had a lot of yard to cover, basically. Does so and did so with speed and intent. Not allowing United Sports a free run. Silo finds Dipesh, who's now slotted to a central role. Squares it off. A lovely shot from range and hammers the woodwork. There was a top-class hit there from Kiran Gurung. Another one of those crosses in the box. Gagandeep takes that without much of a fuss. But finally, something for United Sports to look forward to. Dipesh, wonderful bit of work altogether. And the right decision to square off Kiran as well. Knew that he didn't have the space to try and open up the shooting lane. So came up with the lateral ball, which was actually a wonderful decision. And Kiran Gurung almost beating a full-stretched Gagandeep Singh with that wonderful hit. Just couldn't get the target right. And now SC Bengaluru hoping to retaliate with a very strong counterblast. And after that mighty tussle for the ball, it goes out to the park. Slightly heated embers out there. That was so not needed. And referee taking out the yellow card. You got to maintain the composure right now. It's understandable, 2 goals down. So at times you tend to react also fairly hot in Bengaluru. So not really easy. We'll quickly confirm. Looked like it was Shushoban who's gone into the referee's book. But this can actually be a very good position to have a free kick from. And this is where United Sports will have to be very, very careful. The next goal is important. Whoever gets that, if United gets it, they actually will blow life into the game. But if SC Bengaluru gets it, that's it. Lights out for United Sports. They're not coming back from there. Manoj to try and curl that free kick towards the far side, maybe. That left-footed in swinger. Takes it flat. And the header not on target. Once again, an easy header for sure, but he had to steer it to the goal frame. He went straight at it. That's a wonderful ball. Good interception. And now knocking it forward from the left. SCB, they might have an opening. United Sports starting to commit numbers forward. They have to take a risk when you're 2 goals down. You don't really have too many options to try and sit back. But that's wonderfully done, and that's by the books as well. Lovely ball control. Asif looking for space. Squares it off to the left. A gentle flick out there. And takes a deflection for a corner. The protests are getting vehement now from United Sports. You need to be very, very careful. This is where you cannot afford to lose the cool. You just find a bit of oxygen going forward. So maybe this is where you try and be composed more, try and come together. But now SCB, another set piece in their favor. And every time there's a set piece, the SOS alarm starts blaring out louder than ever in the camp of United Sports. The corner towards the far side, the header just doesn't find its way through. And a crucial defensive clearance there by United Sports at the expense of another corner. It's starting to look a lot more ominous, a lot more gloomy here for the visitors. Time and time again, they are being probed by these set pieces. And the defensive chinks out there for United Sports. It's just starting to blow out into crevasses, possibly cosmic crevasses altogether. Manoj Kannan with that corner again. Manoj hammers that. Good connection by Saurav. Might just have that invitation to drive it forward. Even came knocking out almost to that line as well, but was a bit too late. Manoj almost snatching it away. Possibly telling his teammate Abhishek Pawar that you should have been in a bit more central position so that the goalkeeper just couldn't escape. But this is some high-intensity press from SC Bengaluru. The Golden Tigers, they're looking really unstoppable for now. Almost in their prime. That's the kind of SC Bengaluru we saw back in I-League 2 2023-24. Almost winning every game. They had quite a few players, the likes of Akshana, the likes of Joseph Laldanima, I reckon. Also, Tomio Shimre, who's a part of Rajasthan United in the ongoing Star Cement IFL. That's a good bit of work altogether by Joseph Silo. Finds Dipesh along the way. Prasanta trying to switch it all the way to that right wing. Just find the option that he was looking forward to. Back to Prasanta. A decent ball. Joseph, Dipesh laying it off for Joseph, and Joseph blasts it over. This is where Joseph has to be calm. Panic won't really help him. Being hasty won't really help him. He will only be hammering the ball out of the park. That's exactly what's happening. The position where Dipesh fed him the ball. Once again, we'll take a look at that corner a few moments ago. Wonderful bit of corner out there, and once again the question is, how can Samananda Singh be unmarked just outside the 6-yard box? Nobody challenging him. It felt like he's just come out to get a practice header, and he got that on target as well. But again, trying to get past two defenders was not going to be easy. And that's quality football there. Dropping deep, Prasanta gets that all-important header now. Ankan turning, twisting, switching. Finds Dipesh. Ever since Dipesh has come on, the left wing has been a bit more active. Prasanta. Joseph and Dipesh doing well to combine. Still Dipesh. Dipesh goes for a cross. Lovely leap as well. But again, a bit too far away from where he had to connect the header. Never really looked like he could have been on target, and an attempt from distance. And it just goes wide. Spotted out sort of Samanta out of his position. And he knew exactly and instantly what he had to do. But just couldn't get the hit right. In Star Cement IFL, however, we've seen a couple of goals like that. Manveer Singh, 2 strikes from his own half. Unbelievable strikes altogether. Almost about to replicate here. SC Bengaluru, Joseph Silo. This left wing starting to stretch out the SCB defense a bit more. They'll need a bit of help from the right as well. If both the wings start stretching things out, well, you never know. Sujal Munda, another one of those quick attackers, and a very prolific goal scorer as well. More importantly, brings in the energy. That's a very good position to have a free kick from. The distance might be slightly more, but you can always use this as a springboard. They decide to go square. Silo. And Silo sends it a bit too deep on that occasion. A lot of ground had to be covered by Vicky Thapa. Another one of those balls forward. The idea was to try and find Dipesh Murmu. The Dipesh that clearly understood that that ball was going away from him. He did get a header to it as well, but not that even if he would have got a header before, that would have mattered because that ball bounced a lot ahead of him. The final half an hour of football. Is there a dramatic turnaround of affairs? Or will the Golden Tigers get that all-elusive first victory that they are looking forward to? Prasanta can come up with the crossfield ball, and that's where he decides to go. And again, very good bit of closing down there, not really allowing the freebie to United Sports. Just got to clamp things down at the earliest possible. That's a wonderful knock forward. And just whiskers away. The idea was so right, but just couldn't get the precision on the ball. If he could have controlled that, and maybe and just maybe United Sports could have tried to drag one of those crosses in from the right. That's what we are talking about. The left wing has come alive with the presence of Dipesh Murmu and Joseph Silo. On the right, can Mohammad Amil Naeem, Vicky Thapa and Duncan Bhattacharya do the same? The thing with Duncan Bhattacharya is he kind of sits deep into the defense. Not much of an overlapper. United Sports now might be in trouble. Unfortunately, rattles the side netting there. Abhishek Pawar got the ball, didn't want to take a second touch. The angle was tight, so trying to squeeze one through an angle like that was always going to be tough. Abhishek Pawar, he was always going to take an attempt from that. Somebody who loves to get the ball in that area. Always dangerous, always threatening, always menacing. But decent bit of work as well from Saurabh Samanta. Ensured the fact that the goal frame was covered. Didn't want to take any risk. But that's a wonderful ball through two defenders. But before United Sports could make a run for it, all the way to the goalkeeper. You can see quite a few players warming up. We can see Ishan Raghunanda hoping to join the act soon. Gets along as the grounder. Does well basically. Good ball control, good understanding. Oh, lovely. Now that's top quality football. Lots of space out on the left. They are making the run. Jibin with the cross, is it? And it goes away for a corner. It's taken a deflection along the way. And that's another set piece for United Sports to worry about. You got a feel for Lal Kamal Bhomik, so much to fret about. Shortly, Shujal might just be joining the fray as well. Before that, United Sports, how can they take care of this entire chaos and menace? Quite easily enough, slightly flatter on that corner. Ankan does well. Well, Ankan and Shushovan usually slots in as the centre back pair. And just the change that we were talking about, Shujal Munda, ready to make his way to the centre. And Shumoy Shom, he is going out. Can this change bring about a change in fortunes for United Sports? Only time shall answer that question. A little trip, but he does well to stick to the ball there. Shreyash Ketkar, who's come on in place of Jibin Devasi. A good little flick forward. And wonderful bit of collection for Saurabh Samanta. Again, really, just take a look at how quickly United Sports, they are being hounded by the SC Bengaluru attackers. That's quality for you. That's understanding. That's straight from the training grounds. Vicky Thapa on the ball. Taking it too deep won't really be helping out United Sports. If they want something to be propitious for themselves, they'll have to push it forward. They'll have to challenge the solidity of SC Bengaluru. Right now is the time. Playing lateral balls, sticking together, those back passes are just going to take away the defensive, the attacking sting altogether. That's a good ball into the box there, and Gagandeep does well. Comes out, follows the trajectory of the ball, and comfortable gathering at the end of it all. And another change, we were talking about Ishan. Ishan's all set to come on in place of the goal scorer, Devadat S. Ishan Raghunanda. So like for like change. Milaswamy Govindaraju just shaking things up, hoping to bring in fresh feet, and that too where he can make a difference. A very energetic footballer, Ishan, and also an eminent shooter of the ball as well. So you give him that opening, you tell him that he's gonna go gunning for that chance. Ishan will come after you. That's how good he is. You'll have to combine with Abhishek Pawar and Nasser Foem. A quick message to Abhishek Pawar maybe. Can very well be that Ishan will be switching to the right or left, where Abhishek Pawar slots into that central role, a role that he loves. Milaswamy Govindaraju just having that quick chat, explaining what is expected from them. A gentle flick out there can be challenged. They've given the ball away. Unfortunately, they've been caught in an offside trap. Some serious protest out there from Mohammad Amal Naeem. He is absolutely not happy with the call. Not really sure what happened. Gagandeep really had a moment of brain fade. Almost gifted the ball on a silver platter to United Sports. And just when it felt like they were gearing up to pull the trigger, Amal Naeem, he was caught in the offside trap and had to concede the ball. allowing a lifeline to Sporting Club Bengaluru. That could have been a good ball, but again, just not finding its way through. Another crossfield ball sent long, brought down, and now a desperate attempt. Wonderful shot, brilliant collection by Gagandeep. Lovely little turn out there before he could fire. Kiran Gurum now for the second time probing Gagandeep. Once it was the woodwork, and now almost compelling a save from Gagandeep with decent control. Lovely bit of work out there. Takes it away from three defenders. Prasanta now started off in a central role after coming on as a sub in the second half. Will be doing that heavy lifting part through that central role itself. Goes away for a throw in favor of SC Bengaluru. Prasanta once again looking for options. Kudos to SC Bengaluru, the way they are maintaining that defensive shape. That's really good to watch. Not allowing United Sports the freedom going forward. Amil Naeem trying to win the ball, and the composure, that was worth watching. And now Dipesh Murmu, he's won the ball away. Prasanta on the ball, knocks it forward straight to Gagandeep. It more felt like the machine in the act didn't really know anything different on that occasion. Just knocked it straight into the hands of Gagandeep, and who will keep on taking them on any given day. And again, not too many options. Good press there from Abhishek Pawar, who continues to operate from the left. Has been actually impressive with the runs. In United Sports, not just Abhishek's runs from the left, Asif from the right. In fact, Asif now has moved to the central role, and Ishan is operating from the right. That's another good ball, knocked in front, hoping that Shujal will get hold of it, but Shujal doesn't, allowing the Golden Tigers to lay claim to that one. A little trip out there on Ishan, definitely will be a free kick. And it goes without saying, the urgency being shown by Joseph Silo. It really looked like Ishan actually had copped a bit of a heavy blow on that. You can say that he wanted to steal away those crucial seconds. And if we take a look there, the referee kind of allowing that. And also the drinks break taken slightly early. Usually comes around in the 75th minute. Looks like SC Bengaluru now gearing up for a few changes. And they'll be happening shortly. They've brought two already. They've brought Shreyash Ketkar in place of Jibin Devasi, and Ishan Raghunanda in place of Devdutt. And Ishan, His introduction has allowed Asif to move into a central role. Sends it to Ishan. Ishan, that's a lovely ball. Abhishek with that little turn knocks it forward in the box as well. That first touch proving to be a bit of a letdown, taking it miles away. Had he controlled that touch well enough in the box, things could have been different. The equation could have been different for United Sports. That entire defense could have been split open. Unfortunately, that was not the case. And here's United Sports again. They'll have to keep on coming forward. There's no holding themselves back. Time's running away. Time's their biggest foe for now. And unless they can create something, consolidate, unless they can try and at least take a few shots, probe Gagandeep with all the might that they have, it doesn't really look like SC Bengaluru will be bothered. Abhishek Pawar going down. Referee says no need to stop play. That's how it has to be, because again, as a player, if it's a soft knock in football, it'll keep on happening all day long. You can't just have stoppages for all of them, unless there's a head injury, unless there's a serious injury which has happened in front of the referee's eyes. That's what the rules suggest. So basically, the discretion is with the stickler. Once again, Gagandeep charging out of his line, collecting that ball without breaking a sweat. Prasanta. Ankan. Ankan clips it to the left. That's a wonderful bit of defensive clarity there shown by SK Prem. The sheer power, the almost brute force that he was willing to muscle the ball out of, that kind of told you about what he is willing to do in order for his team to be in the game. That is urgency. The urgency to keep the ball as far away as possible from your own half. A few turns to the right and to the left. Unfortunately, ends up hammering straight at the defense. Two changes now. Locked and loaded. Sabarin Bush, he's going to come on in place of SK Prem. And Robinson Singh, he will be coming on in place of Asif OM. Sabarin Bush also a part of the Santosh Trophy. Again, a very energetic personality. And more importantly, can control the ball well. He's got that flair. Doesn't really rush too much into things. And Robinson Singh, very young guy. Crackling, bustling with energy. And did what he had to do. Had to change the direction of the ball towards the goal. Unfortunately, just couldn't get enough precision on it. Good run from Shujal Munda, but then Gagandeep, he is also one of the paragons of goalkeeping, at least for now in I-League 2. So getting past him will need a lot more than that. That ball, it eludes everyone. Chaos in the box. But Gagandeep does well, follows the ball, charges out of the line, and stretches himself to perfection. A wonderful collection altogether. And now sends it downtown, all the way back to Saurav Samanta. It's been a while now. Saurav actually latched on to the ball. Sporting Club Bengaluru more focused on their defense. That's not the best of balls that you will try and send forward, probing the opposition defense. United, they are at least attacking a bit more than they were in the first half, but again, nothing significant, nothing substantial to try and push back Sporting Club Bengaluru for now. Onkon finds Joseph. Joseph now through the center goes on that run. 1 versus 3. Almost sandwiched out there. And eventually loses out the ball. He needed help. It's as simple as that. Trying to do things singly or almost single-handedly didn't really help. Ishan now in a duel with Ankan rather. Ankan does well to eventually stop Ishan in his tracks. Ankan, he's definitely got a very burly physique at his disposal. Back with Ankan. Ankan knocks it in front. Good bit of ball control. On offer. Lovely bit of turn as well. And now sends one towards the second post. And Ankan does well to collect the ball. Well, just a few moments ago, we saw how Ishan went down trying to have a bit of a tussle with Ankan Bhattacharjee. Where's that extra man that you will want in your forward line? Where's that extra helping hand that United Sports would need in that attacking unit of theirs? They'll have to push with all hands on deck. Joseph has been instrumental in the second half. But again, couldn't really come up with a decisive ball. Couldn't really come up with a ball that would challenge the authority of Gagandeep. Prasanta knocks it forward. It's going to be a free kick. What was not really clear is the referee, once the ball arrived forward, he should have given the advantage to play. Vicky Thapa. Vicky launches that in the box, trying to go for the acrobatic. Prasanta with the volley, but the referee's already blown the whistle. The offside trap once again coming to life. And also possibly while he was going for the acrobatic bicycle kick, might have got someone on the head. I have to confirm who that was. Yeah, it was Samananda Singh who was caught on the head. And a yellow card to Gagandeep for wasting time. The referee was having none of it here. He doesn't want any more delay. So possibly that little warning call to Gagandeep. Now need to be careful out here. He'll be walking on eggshells, particularly in terms of delivering the ball forward. And once again, another one of those long balls going a bit too high on that one. Ishan doesn't really find the space that he was looking forward to, and also warned. In fact, it was Robinson Singh warned by the referee that next time onwards, it might be a yellow card. You don't want to see that. Ankan quickly switches the direction, knocking it forward. Does well to send it to the right. Well, that's an incredible ball out there. Can they make the most of it? They did beat the defense as well. What a wonderful run by Joseph Silo. But then he lost his footing, and by the time he could recover himself, it was a bit too late. The opposition defense, they were quick. This is what the difference between the two sides have been. You don't take your chances. You don't take the balls that's coming to you. You give a split second more to your opposition. You're going to lose it out at the earliest. That's nicely done. Good release for Prashanta. Prashanta with a brilliant flick as well. And once again, wonderful ball in the box and rattles the side netting. But Prasanta does that little dribble out there, that little show of finish. That's why he's in the ground for. And finally could conjure up something impressive. Unfortunately, the ball in the box and the control of it, that was all over the park. Two more players warming up, might just be coming in. You can see Karthik Tirumalai might replace the likes of Abhishek Pawar. And that's another free kick. Services will try and make a meal out of this one. They know that this is the right call, but Abhishek Pawar decides to get up. They want to put this game to bed. And the best way to do it is try and strike the third goal. Be done with it. No more second chance. Gangandeep looks like he's hobbling a bit. Goes all the way and pushes it back to his own defense. United now putting the numbers forward. That will be a throw-in. They'll have to take it at the earliest possible. Might just need numbers up front. You can see Milaswamy Govindaraju urging his players to fall back. Prasanta, not the best of balls, not the best of lateral balls at all. Ishan wins it. He's got an option onto his right. Ishan decides to go onto his left. Takes on the drive, trying to set it up for his teammate. Abhishek Pawar could only find Saurabh Samanta. And now United Sports trying to hit them back on the counter-offensive. When you are going for a counter-offensive, forward balls is what sets it up. You come up with lateral balls, all the progress that you have made, it goes away into oblivion, and you allow all the time in the world to the opposition to get their positions back. Some poor decision making in terms of ball releasing, in terms of knocking the ball forward, has been one of the major reasons why United Sports are trailing for now. Just a few moments ago, what should have been a decent counter-attack completely lost its track because they decide to come up with a sudden lateral ball instead of knocking the ball forward and possibly coming up with an element of threat. That's quality work here. Prasanta sends it to his teammate. Good cross in the box. Slightly higher. You need more of those, and you need them with a bit more control, with a bit more accuracy. Keep on knocking each ball as quick as you can into the opposition box. Try and compound the number of players out there. If you are United Sports, that's another knock, and once again, brilliantly done by Gagandeep. Out of his line in no time and takes that in phenomenal fashion. Yellow card as well being shown. And this time the man going into the referee's book is Kiran Guru. Gagandeep knows that this is very well his chance to kill a few crucial seconds. The longer he takes, the more dampening it can be for United Sports. Well, no goals in the second half, all right, but then the first half, again, Sporting Club Bengaluru kind of dishing out a sensational performance, 2 goals to good. Even in the second half as well, they have come close, and they have come close on quite a few occasions, only for the fortune gods and some ISO profligacy to deny them a shy at the third. And another change for SC Bengaluru. Vignesh is going to come on. We'll quickly confirm who's the man coming off. Looks like it. Well, there's the confirmation. Sharon Stellis, he'll be taken off. and Vignesh will be the one to take his position. And now I see Bengaluru, the Golden Tigers. They come together, hunting down United. Lovely ball in the box. Saurav spills it. And the defender, Ankan, coming to Saurav's deliverance, but looks like the referee's already blown the whistle. Might have been a front-on collision. Robinson Singh going all guns blazing for the ball. Saurav will need some treatment here. We'll try and show you what really happened out there. That lovely ball hammered forward. Saurav knew that he had to come out of his line to try and collect that. And Robinson as well had no intentions of relenting. Quite a few stoppages, can very well be 7 to 8 minutes of additional time. Yeah, 7 minutes, almost as good as a half of a quarter basically. So there is still time for United Sports, but again, 2 goals, 7 minutes. You gotta go all guns blazing. There's nothing for them to lose, so maybe, and just maybe, try and push things forward. Don't think twice about pulling the trigger. At times, it's not just about being clinical. At times, it's also about getting the job done. Doesn't matter how you get it done. Headed away, the long balls might not be the right way to go forward. When you've got the likes of Dipesh, you've got the likes of Joseph, you've got someone like Prasanta, try and feed the ball to them from an area from where they can shoot. Try and get Shujal into the act. Shujal is very quick in the box, but again, not too much of service for Shujal so far. And that's the main problem. When you've got players of his caliber and quality, you would want him in the thick of things. You would want him a lot more around the ball. Another long ball headed away to safety. Falls for Kiran Gurung. Couple of his shots, one on the woodwork, one saved by Gagandeep. Dipesh does well. Vicky hammers it and easy header. Just had to close down the trajectory there. Robinson was looking to find some space, but Vicky does well. Dropping deep, finding Ankan to his left. And now Ankan knocking it forward. Not the best of headers, too easy as well. Also, if the header would have been in place, wouldn't have counted. The flag's gone up, the offside trap activated. Sent downtown easily enough and also repelled away by United Sports. Turning and twisting. Prasanta now will have to carry the ball forward, decides to get it into the stride of Shujal. Shujal finds an option on the left. Shukchand Kisku. And Kisku's ball in the box. Parried away. Throw in for United Sports. Dipesh now switching to a roll on the right. One of those long throws. Shushovan can come up with those gun throws altogether. He'll have to do that early enough. Decides to go back to Ankan. Ankan, another ball in the box and another opportunity wasted. And that will bloom a smile across the visage of Sporting Club Bengaluru. Well, again, Ankan has been defensively very solid. That's a good ball and good clearance as well. Might be a chance to try and take a shot. And this rebound as well repelled the shot. The first shot that came in from Kiran Guru didn't really have the bandwidth to try and volley one. Went for that side volley. But that second ball, that rebound could have been better. A good bit of block, a few push and shoves as well. And now the Golden Tigers, they come rushing again. Abhishek Pawar stripped of possession. Lovely bit of movement. Sending it all the way back to Saurav. Saurav doing what he does best. Showing a bit of his footballing finesse, a bit of that flair that he has. Trying to dribble past the opposition marauders. Lovely ball onto the left out there. Nice bit of work as well. Kiran Gurung now. The switch to the left has operated through the center. Came up with a couple of decent shots. Vicky knocking it to Dipesh. Prasanta once again. Brilliant bit of footwork altogether. And after you have done the hard work of getting past your opposition, after you have cracked out the net basically that was disseminated for you, that forward ball, which should be better, that has been knocked into oblivion. That has been the problem for United Sports. They have been decent, they have been active in the second half, but when it comes to delivering that final killing blow, it's been all over the place. That's another fine ball, but again, decent work by Saurabh Samant. Out of his line in no time, and quickly gathering that, wrapping his gloves around the ball. Ankan urging everyone, step forward. Ankan goes the shot all by himself. But again, this is artificial turf. The bounce out here is not as much as you would want. Different artificial turfs, different features altogether. Had it been the Deccan Arena, you could have seen a bit more bounce. And what Ankan was trying to do might have been successful as well, trying to take it over the goalkeeper after that bounce. But again, too much of an ask, to be honest, and especially someone of Gagandeep's stature. Always gonna get back and collect the ball without any trouble. That's what vision is all about. And now, acres of space for Abhishek Pawar. Abhishek sets it up. And crucial clearance there at the expense of a corner. Ankan Bhattacharjee coming to the deliverance, bailing United Sports out of the jail for now. But for how long? Can very well be the last act of the game out there. This set piece, this corner. Manoj Kannan taking his time in no rush whatsoever. And Sporting Club Bengaluru, the all-important victory that they were hunting for. They are on the cusp of it. Repelled away for now. Few seconds maybe. United Sports, they might have something to look forward to. And the raised offside flag cuts it all down. In fact, the referee has said that let's keep the ball rolling. And a cross in the box at the other end eludes everyone. United Sport, now they'll have to accept that fate of theirs, and they do. Irfan Imtiaz Sheikh blows the whistle and confirms the fact that Sporting Club Bengaluru registers that first win of theirs, and they move to 5 points. And an undefeated United Sports Club, they taste defeat for the first time in this year's I-League 2. Heartbroken, to be honest. But truth be told, never really looked like they could have penetrated forward. They lacked the sting, they lacked the zeal. And all of that, all of the hard work out in the midfield, out in the defense, it eventually comes to no avail, as strikes from Samananda Singh and Devadat were more than enough to floor them in the den of Sporting Club Bengaluru. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, full-time scoreline, Sporting Club 2, United Sports 0. And with that being said, we say adios for now. We'll see you tomorrow once again at the same time. Thank you everyone for joining in. Well, tomorrow's games coming up, FC Bengaluru United versus Naroka in the same ground from 4 p.m. and Karbi Anglong Morning Star will be locking horns with GMSC at the Casa Stadium. And with that being said, once again, goodbye everyone. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time.